Hey, what's up guys, this is Bala24 bringing you another Black Ops gameplay, and this time I'm playing some Domination on Radiation. And before I want to get into my topic, I want to kind of discuss really why I haven't posted a video for the last week, or at least if you guys haven't seen a video from me the last week, and I felt like I do owe you guys an explanation for that. And there are two reasons. The first reason is simply that I was extremely busy. You know, as you guys know, I do work full-time. I have a regular, 9 to 5 job, and that takes a lot out of me. That really does take a lot of my time. It really does take a lot of the time that I would have had before. A lot of it is now dedicated to my job, and sometimes I do not just get the ability to make videos in the same way that I would have in the past. And I really wish I didn't throw my my tomahawk right there, because I could have used it. But anyways, that is one of the reasons that I am definitely working now, and I cannot, really stick to a consistent schedule. I try to upload as regularly as I can. I will guarantee you guys at least 2 videos a week, and I try to do 3 I absolutely try to come up with 3, but I guarantee you guys at least 2 videos a week. And also, you may kind of look at what I just said and say, well, maybe, I only uploaded 1 video last week. And that's not true. To be perfectly honest, I did upload 2 videos last week. However, with the YouTube sub box fails that have been going on for the last couple days, I was forced to remove one of the videos that I had uploaded because nobody saw it. Like, I posted the video, and after like 3 days it still had like 30 views. It was ridiculous. So for the simple fact that nobody saw it, and it was something that I really was kind of excited to show off for you guys, because it was not only including me, but it was including one of my best friends in the commentary. And that was why I wanted to make sure as many people see that as possible, because it was a side of me that you guys do not normally see. It was me joking around with one of my friends and doing a commentary that way, as opposed to me sitting in front of the mic as my normal composed self that you would hear during a commentary. And if you hear my dogs barking in the background right now, as always, they're playing. They're in the other room, they're playing. I have the door to my room closed, but they are playing right now, and it is what it is. Sometimes they get loud, sometimes they bark. But I got a little off topic. What I wanted to say, and what I wanted to really cover this video, was the YouTube sub box fails. How those work, and essentially how them being down this weekend can affect you and your commentators and the people that you watch, the videos that you watch, and everything. Because they definitely do affect a lot of people by being down. And for those of you who didn't know what happened, if you guys have not seen any videos this last weekend, or you were wondering why videos weren't coming up, it's because the sub boxes were down. So, like, your favorite commentator, whoever, other commentators that you watch, they may have posted videos, but because the sub boxes were down, nothing popped up and gave you a notification either in your subscriptions module on your homepage. Nothing came up that actually said, oh, so-and-so posted a video. It was completely blank. I know on Sunday, the most recent video in my subscriptions module was something that got posted on Friday. That's how bad it was. I mean, I know a lot of guys that I watch their videos posted things on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but as of Sunday night, the most recent video on my subscriptions module was something that got posted early Friday. So that's how bad it was. It was something that was horrible. And, for us smaller commentators, for the smaller channels like myself and like some other channels, it really is not that big of a deal that our videos didn't get shown. To be perfectly honest, it is not that big of a deal that our videos did not get views. Because in the end, these smaller commentators, we do this for fun. We're not making money off of this. We're not gaining any type of profit. So in the end, we're doing it for fun. We want to put out content for you guys to enjoy, and it's something that we just have fun doing, so that's why we do it. And the fact that our video might not get as many views as it used to because of these sub boxes is not that big of a deal, just for the fact that, again, we do this for fun. However, when it becomes a job for certain people, or at least for people that are able to make money off of this, and by that I mean guys that are partnered, guys that have their videos, that they have ads on their videos and they do make money off of them, and that is where this becomes a problem. And I'll give you guys a personal example before I want to talk about how this really affects those guys. I would say about a year or two ago, I was at a store. It's a national chain. It was a very big company. It's, you know, electronics appliance stores. It's a, like I said, it's a big company. I was at one of their stores, and I always go to that store, and I knew a manager that worked there, and they always saw me. I would talk to them, things like that, because I buy a lot of things from that store. And I don't want to say specifically which store it is, because just I don't want to put a bad image on that company. I don't want to reflect on, you know, a possible negative image on that company for one possibly isolated incident, because maybe what happened to me is not something that normally happens with their employees, or with their the potential employees that they find. So again, keep in mind that this is not trying to shed a negative image on any specific company, but it is something that did personally happen to me. And again, it was about a year or two ago, and I was at this store, and the manager at the store asked me if I would like a job there, asked me if I wanted to work. I was not looking for a job at the time. You know, I was still in college and taking all my classes, and I believe it was over the summer, so I was not even taking classes at that point, but I was in college, and the manager just asked me if I wanted a job at the store. And of course, not one to turn down money, not one to turn down a job. I said, yeah, definitely, I'd like to work there. It's a store that I was always at, and it was a store that I always bought things from. And so I was really looking forward to actually getting a job there. And so they said, okay, no problem. And just for formality reasons, that I would still have to fill out an application. I would still have to go through all the normal steps that somebody would have to in order to get the job. But the manager assured me that once I did all that, I would have that job. And I was like, all right, no problem. I'll jump through the hoops, or whatever you want to call it. I will just fill out the application online, go through the interview process. I was like, you know what, it's no big deal. So the day comes, I believe it was on a Friday. I filled out the application, and like a week later, I still hadn't heard anything back from the company. So I went into the store. And I talked to the manager, and I said specifically, like, hey, I haven't heard anything back from you guys. You told me to see what's going on, and I haven't heard anything back. Can you tell me what's going on? So the manager said, no problem. And she looked up the information on their computer, and they couldn't find my application. So I said, all right, no problem. I'll go home and I'll do it again. So I went home, I filled out the application again. Took me, the application, each time I filled it out, took me, 30, 45 minutes. But I figured it was worth it for a job that would pay me fairly well and something I would enjoy doing. And so the next time I went, I filled it out again. I went back to the store about 3 days later, talked to the manager, and they couldn't find my application again. At this point, I was getting annoyed. So they said, you know what, try it one more time, we'll see what happens. So I gave in, I said, okay, I'll try it one more time. The third time I tried it, I filled out the application, I went back a couple days later, talked to the manager. They said, okay, we found your application, but for some reason it's not letting us pull up the form. That made no sense to me. I was so mad, I was so annoyed, to the point that I just said, forget it. It's not worth working there anymore, because if they're going to do this with my application, if they're going to do this with me trying to just work there, imagine what they're going to do with my paycheck when I actually try and get paid. So I said, forget it. And the reason I use this story is because I want to tie this into the YouTube failures that are happening recently. For commentators and for people like that, they're making money off their videos. So for partners, if they are constantly having to deal with these failures that are going on with YouTube, with people not seeing their videos, that's costing them money, and they're not getting paid the money that they have worked hard to try to earn. And so if they're not able to earn this money, then they may either just avoid making videos altogether and prevent YouTube from gaining that revenue that they do get from these videos, or they may try some other site. They may find another way to take their talents and take their ability to make money, and they may try a completely different way and just take all the YouTube out of this as well. So having the sub boxes down is extremely detrimental to YouTube, because they just do not, they will lose customers and they will lose people and the potential to make money. So again, guys, I'm out of time. I talked a lot longer than I thought I would about this topic. I hope you enjoyed. This is Baller24, and I'm out.